Today marks 5 years since Berwick Fire Department Captain Joel Barnes died in the line of duty.
Barnes died while protecting a fellow firefighter during an apartment fire in Berwick.
The Maine Fire Marshal's office said the fire that killed Barnes on March 1st, 2019 was caused by improperly discarded smoking materials left on the third floor porch of an apartment building.
Investigators said Barnes and firefighter Mitchell Manfredi entered the building through the front door and moved to a third floor room adjacent to the rear porch. Barnes was found unconscious in that third floor room. He is credited with sacrificing himself to save Manfredi by shielding him from the flames.
The Berwick Fire Department wrote in a Facebook post this morning saying, quote, "Not a day goes by that he is not thought of here at the firehouse. Joel went out of this world a true hero. We will never forget Captain Barnes and what he did that day. Rest in peace, Captain, until we meet again."